don't have my own Junior Mint, but I do have a Squishmallow that I will use as back support. Hey guys, long time no see in long form content, kind of basically. Sorry for the impromptu, not the greatest aesthetically pleasing set. I don't know, it's just my bed. But I mean, we make do with what we have, and this is what we have. So but yeah, welcome. As I knock my stand over, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. Sorry about not posting a ton on here. At least life has been chaotic, just to say the least. But today we're not talking about the chaos of my life. We're talking about the chaos of this wonderful show called The Summer I Turned Pretty. And you may or may not have heard of it. It's basically everywhere. And we're going to go over to season 3 as someone who has read the books and is a huge fan of the show. We're going to talk about things that have gone on throughout season 3 and what's eventually going to happen and what I hope is going to happen within the scratch that I was going to say show, but actually it's going to be ending with a whole movie. So yeah, we're going to get into my thoughts of that. So yeah, stay tuned. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And let's get into the video. After this season, I'm going to need a lot more than this to discuss it and how much of a roller coaster ride this season was. But first, water break. So, season 3 obviously begins with Belly and Jeremiah together.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
And over this course of the beginning of the first part of the season, we notice that actually it's a time jump. And not by like a couple months, actually 4 years. So this whole time jump is within 4 years. So you get to see 4 years basically of some of Belly and Jeremiah's relationship. And like it kind of looks all fun and great and everything. But as the season goes on, you learn more about the struggles they've had in their relationship, where, as Sabrina Carpenter says in her song Man-Child, he's a man-child and doesn't know how to look out there himself. And like Belly kind of babies him a lot and everything, which you see as the time goes on. Also, preface this ahead of time, you're gonna get a lot of spoilers. Should have mentioned that as well, but anyways, but yeah, so she kind of cuts off communication with Conrad over time and everything because of the whole like love triangle of it all. So she cuts off communication, and Jeremiah doesn't really talk to Conrad as much. Conrad's all the way in California studying medicine and everything. He's doing his own thing. He went to therapy. He goes to therapy now, guys. Like Conrad in season 1 versus Conrad in season 3, like kind of, I don't know Pokemon stuff, but you know, I know how Pokemon's evolve. Like this is Conrad evolving as a human. I'm like, Conrad, I'm so proud of you. As you can tell, I'm a Conrad girly. But yeah, he goes to therapy now and everything. And then Jeremiah, he's working for Adam's company, who also Steven is working for Adam's company as well. So they're still in contact with each other and everything. But yeah, so they're like trying to settle down their lives, figure out their lives together. And then Belly gets an internship kind of thing for a program in Paris, which I would love to go to Paris one day. Like after watching The Summer I Turned Pretty, it makes me want to go to Paris even more. But anyways, so she wants to go to Paris and everything, and like Taylor and her other friend, I forget her name, I'm so sorry, I forget her name, They are like, go, 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 go. But she's like over here concerned about Jeremiah and his feelings. Like, she doesn't want to hurt his feelings. And she then plans on wanting to go. Then she doesn't. Because if you don't know that Taylor and Steven, they've had this on and off emotional thing with each other. Like, they've liked each other for many years and everything. But it's just been very on and off. Steven got in an accident, which caused him to shut out Taylor. And then Taylor kind of pushed Belly towards Jeremiah. After Jeremiah made a big oopsie. And one thing I love about the show is that they made Jeremiah more messed up than in the books. So in the books, there was so when this whole accident with Steven happened, it's like the summer, about to be summer area. So in spring, Jeremiah went on a trip to Cabo and he cheated on Belly. Yeah. Boo, tomato, 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 tomato. But in the show, Jenny Han, who I love and adore, and I love her work. I would love to be my own version of a Jenny Han one day with my own writing and my creativity. I aspire to be her. But she made Jeremiah cheat not once, but twice.
Oh, this is gonna be amazing. All right.
I'm like, oh, you're just putting the knife in there more. Hey guys, sorry, I was having some audio issues, so I'm using my little headphones so you guys can hear me better. As I was saying, I love how Jenny made Jeremiah cheat twice in the show instead. And like, a lot of fans made a solid point, whereas like Conrad was saying like Jeremiah can't hold his liquor, basically. So they were like, how was Jeremiah drunk with Lacey if he can't hold it and everything? So he clearly knew what he was doing, kind of thing, which I'm like ugh. But yeah, but Belly, being Belly, she forgave him, and this dude Jeremiah literally proposes to her in front of the hospital her brother's at.
What?
While he is he just woke up from a medically induced coma.
The woman was too stunned to speak.
I'm sorry. Why? Out of all places, all times, why? Like, I got mad at Belly for that. But obviously, Belly and Jeremiah were trying to prove their parents wrong and make go through the wedding and everything like that. Which I'm like, why? And I made this point to my friends, because I have a lot of friends that watch the show as well. Belly is more immature with Jeremiah, but then Belly acts her age with Conrad. Like, she's still funny and playful with Conrad, but she acts her age. She doesn't act immature like she does with Jeremiah. So yeah, I've gotten a lot of discourse about the show. I'm gonna make the wedding pull through, and obviously we also learn about Christmas between Belly and Conrad, where Jeremiah was busy one Christmas, so she went to the beach house and Conrad was there, so they got to spend Christmas together. Nothing happened, obviously, but emotions definitely happened, so I think that's where things started changing. But the reason that Jeremiah cheated was because he found out about Christmas, which I'm like, nothing even happened, dude. Like, why? Like I said, he's a man-child. And sorry for the Team Jeremiah people. This is no offense to you. I am putting on my fans, sorry. It's just my personal opinion of the show. But yeah. So, so eventually they try to like do their bachelorette parties. Things are more going wrong with the wedding. If you know, you know about the chocolate cake. Which I'm like, okay. But yeah, so they had their bachelorette bachelor and bachelorette parties. Jeremiah's getting wasted. Belly's getting emotions back, and like we all know the scene in the bathroom where she's with Taylor and she says Conrad's name. Like she's only ever imagined a wedding with Conrad, which I'm like, oh girl, the gears are clicking. And when I say Jenny Han is a literal mastermind, she is a mastermind, because the sequence of We Can't Be Friends by Ariana Grande playing while she's on the dance floor at the bar or whatever, wherever she's at. Oh, when I tell you I watched that scene 5 times on repeat just because of how cinematically amazing it was. I love that. So, but yeah, so we lead on to that and everything, and then obviously the wedding eventually rolls around, and then like Conrad confesses to Belly, like, I'm still in love with you on the beach, and she shuts him down, which I was like, poor Conrad. This guy does not know happiness that much, and I'm so sad about that, because Conrad deserves happiness after all he's been through, between losing the love of his life, losing his mom, losing his career, losing his brother kind of in a sense as well, do all this stuff with Belly. Like, he deserves happiness. So I was just like, I'm like, my dude, come on. But then yeah, so then the wedding doesn't happen because Jeremiah's like, I can't pull through with it, and Belly can't pull through with it obviously either, which kind of proves Laurel's point, because Laurel was like, this wedding's a bad idea, you guys are too young, yada yada yada. It was more her concern on the you guys were young aspect, as there is a bird chirping outside. But it was more in the aspect of like she was more concerned about their age than like if they were right for each other. But I know deep down you could tell that she wanted Belly with Conrad. Like you have seen like Susanna always wanted Belly with one of her sons, mainly Conrad. But like she's always wanted them together and everything, and now they are eventually. But yeah, the wedding ends. Belly ditches everyone and moves to Paris for this internship position, which eventually was given away, ultimately. But she decided to stay in Paris, make a life for herself in Paris. She got a bob, which at first I wasn't sure if I liked the bob, but like I like her longer hair better. But the bob, it kind of gives her mother vibes and everything. Like it gives Laurel vibes with the bob. But yeah, she gets to Paris. She kind of doesn't talk to much of anyone, but yeah, she gets to Paris, and then she like finds Benito, which a couple of my friends were like, Benito, hey. But she has a little thing with Benito, who's a boy that she meets through a different like friend group that she's met in Paris when she was going there for the first time. Conrad is still kind of sad about Belly, and then Jeremiah all of a sudden is a chef, which I don't know where that came from, but a lot of people were saying the finale episode was like him on the episode The Bear. I've never watched The Bear myself, but it reminded him on The Bear. And then also now Jeremiah and Denise getting together, which Denise is a co-worker of both Jeremiah and Steven, who worked at Adam's company. Denise and Steven tried to get together before him and Taylor got back together. They were trying a thing. Obviously it didn't work. It was much more of a friendship kind of thing. But I don't know how I feel about Jeremiah and Denise together. To be continued with those thoughts. Probably I'll see more in the movie wise. But yeah, so then Conrad has like a medical conference in Brussels, I believe it was. So he was like, you know what, I'm gonna shoot my shot. I'm gonna go to Paris. I'm gonna see her. It's around her birthday. I want to sing happy birthday to her and see her. Which she ended up getting a lot more than a happy birthday. Wink wink. But yeah, they see each other. They like Belly gives Connor a whole tour of Paris, which was so cute. I loved like the montage and just like they already act like a married couple. Like it's just so cute. Like they're so cute together. But yeah, so then they're out like dancing by the river, and one thing leads to another. Then you find themselves in the back of a cab, and then you find themselves on the stairs. When I tell you I was watching that for the first time, I was like, oh my god. Like, I was like, like, if I thought them in the guest bedroom at Laurel's house was, Jenny went, like, from here to, so, like I said, Jenny is a mastermind, in many factors, and she knows how to get an audience hooked. But then after that, interaction, I shall say, Belly kind of like shoots down Conrad, and it's like that was just a one-time thing and everything, and like you could tell Conrad was like breaking inside. Like he was like, I finally got my girl, but unfortunately she let him down, and then he went off to the train, which she was like you saw the gears clicking in her head, like she made a mistake. And then this girl literally, I don't know how, someone made this point on TikTok, how she got all the way from her apartment to the train station without phone, wallet, or anything like that. But I'm like, a girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do to get the love of her life. So, it may take years, but it works eventually, especially in Belly and Conrad's case. So, but yeah, then she stops him on the train and confesses things. I wish a little bit more of the book confession was into the show, but it may be more led on to the movie, which leads me in my next thoughts as well. After also, Belly and Connor eventually go back to cousins at the beach house and everything, and they're happily in love finally. But as I was saying, leading more into the movie thoughts now. So obviously, with the Paris edition of the show, like we didn't get to see the wedding aspect at all of Belly and Conrad, and especially with how the show was, the last interactions between a lot of Belly and other characters besides Conrad were in-person reactions were not as cheerful, especially with like Steven, her getting an argument. Like she didn't really like have a good proper like mother-daughter conversation with her mom or her dad as well. And then like I feel like just on a clarity standpoint, like she'll probably need to talk to Jeremiah, but just on a clarity standpoint, my hopes for the film whenever it does come out, a lot of people are saying it's going to come out this December on the 14th, because there was a lot of 14 in the show, which I'm like, if it comes out this year, I will be a very happy camper. But a lot of people are saying it could come out in 2028, which I won't be as much as a happy camper then. But because I want the show, I want my Billy Conrad to have happily ever after. So yeah, but I assume the movie will take place at the wedding, planning of the wedding, like wrapping all the loose ends up of the story, so it could just be focused on Belly and Connor having that happily ever after, and also the other characters having their happily ever afters as well too, especially with like, for example, Steven and Taylor moving to California, same with Denise moving to California, and now the Jeremiah equation of Denise's life. So just like just wrapping up like little ends there and everything, especially with like Laurel and Belly's dad. I forget his name, I'm sorry, my names are blanking on me. So but just wrapping up on that as well too. But yeah, I feel like this movie is going to be like an end of the book kind of chapter and everything within the film wise. Obviously the end of the story books wise ended with book 3, and then Belly and Conrad being like, we're married and we're forever, infinity, yada yada yada. But in the show, we didn't get that. So now I feel like with this movie, we can get that happily ever after officially. Like, we got it in the show, but it wasn't like an official like happily ever after, this is the end of things kind of thing. They were just at the house there, but I'm like, you have so many other characters, you have to have these characters interact with as like a goodbye to the series kind of thing. So, but I'm excited for that whenever it does come out. Let me know if you guys would want like a reaction or thoughts video on the movie whenever it does come out. Fingers crossed and hoping it is this year. I would love for it to be this year, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, that was like my thoughts video. I probably didn't include everything into the season because obviously there was a lot that happened this season, but I tried to get majority of the standpoints. I'm just glad that Belly and Conrad are together now, and hopefully, and once and for all, once the movie happens, leading into marriage bliss and then their own happily ever after, infinity, yada yada yada, forever kind of thing. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more things from me. I don't know when I'm going to be uploading next. I'm so sorry about that, about my uploads. They just been all over the place. Life has been crazy, like I said, but definitely not as crazy as Conrad Fisher's life. But yeah, I will see you guys in whatever video comes next. And yeah, bye guys.